Hello there! It's that time of year again where Stikbot are getting ready to release their latest advent calendar. I made a video covering last year's advent calendar and it actually did pretty well. So when I saw this one, I knew I had to do another one. Now, I'm not going to pretend like I was eagle-eyed enough to spot this myself. That credit goes to Purplebot14 on YouTube. I'll link his channel in the description and at the end of this video. You really should go visit their channel, they make really good stuff. So this is the listing for the advent calendar. It's on Amazon in the UK. Nowhere else at the moment as far as I'm aware. But as of right now, it's set as currently unavailable, so no one can buy it. What happens with these is that they generally are just, the listing is put up and it's set as unavailable until sometime in the autumn season when they actually release them to the Zing store as well as on Amazon. So don't worry about buying this just yet. Now then, what is in the advent calendar? First of all, it looks as though we're getting a festive revamp of the Zingtanica Legends characters. They're just like the Series 1 Zingtanica Legends characters. You get Valor, Rubel, Dominus, and Ray's Oni, except they all come in different colours and have different coloured accessories to the original versions. Starting with Ray's Oni, he's actually orange instead of his usual green look. He has blue printing and what look to be slightly translucent light blue suction cups. I don't know if that's just the way that they look in the picture that make his hands seem almost a little bit see-through, but it looks kind of cool in my opinion. And he also does have some light blue accessories like his horns, the little bandana that he has there, the sword, and his arm thingies. Next up, there's Valor. He's a red Stikbot with red strings, or red or orange strings maybe. I can't really tell. He has white suction cups and white/gold printing, and his helmet and wings are blue, and his shield is red with a little bit of blue on there also. Then there's Rubel, and she has the same torso and hip colour as the normal version, with the greyish kind of colour, and the same printing as the original version, of course, except this version of Rubel, instead of being yellow, is pink, with pink suction cups as well, and accessories, her hair, her cape, her bow and arrow, are all purple. And then finally, there's Dominus, who in my opinion is probably the coolest looking of the four, with a lovely dark grey body colour and red printing, as well as red on his special head mould and red suction cups. He also comes with blue wings and staff. Next, we have some other exclusive Christmas-themed Stikbots, starting with another iteration of the Santa Bot. This one looks the same as what we saw in the Christmas crew pack. It's a red Stikbot with white suction cups, a printed torso, and a bearded hat piece. We also saw the same Santa Bot in 2023's calendar, except with a gold head and a different hat piece. We also get another Stikbot which is identical to the Santa Bot, red, white suction cups, printed torso, except his accessory is a golden hat. Then there's two special Stikbots, which they often do in the advent calendars, and they've been doing it since the first one, really. This time, we've got these two red/lime green mixed colour Stikbots with sparkles. Yep, that's right. Glitter bots. Hopefully they don't do another 50-50 on whether you actually get glitter on them this time, like last year's Santa Bot was. Pretty good looking Stikbots right there. And then there's the Snowman, who we did get last year. Last year we got a clear version with glitter, and this time we've got a glow-in-the-dark version. And the final three Stikbots that you get in the set are different coloured Rudolph the Reindeer Stikbots. The first one is a metal eggplant version, the metallic purple colour with white suction cups. There's a metal olive version, a metallic green colour, except this one has black leg pieces, which is interesting. And finally, the red one, which also has black leg pieces. As for the accessories, I've already mentioned the Zingtanica pack accessories, which are the same as the Zingtanica Legends pack from the original version, except in new colours. Santa Bot's beard hat is the same as in the Christmas crew pack, and there's two of these cool looking golden hats, which look like the same hat that the Snowman would wear in the Christmas crew pack, if I'm correct. There's also two golden variants of the Nutcracker hats, which are also from the Christmas crew pack. They also threw in a few collectibles for us. First of all, there's these 4 sticker sheets. Now, I'm not totally sure whether these are stickers for Stikbot regular or Stikbot juniors, because of the way they took the picture, they look kind of squished. It wouldn't make much sense if they were Stikbot Junior ones, because there aren't any Stikbot Juniors. So I'm gonna have to guess that they are proper Stikbot accessories. So we don't really know on that one. But anyway, there are 4 of those. You get 2 elf ones, a gingerbread man, and a Santa one. There's also these weird looking things. From what it looks like, they are Stikbot heads with suction cups coming out the bottom, and some Christmas themed accessories. You get 2 Santa ones, a red and a blue one, and a little green elf one. Pretty unique. We've never seen those before. You also get a Stikbot face stamp. We got one of these in the 2023 advent calendar, so I'm imagining it's just the same as that one. And finally, to round off the advent calendar, we get 2 coins. Although there aren't any images that properly show what's actually on the coins, my guess is that they will depict some of the Zintanica heroes. Like last year, we got coins that show Bolt and Callista. So maybe this year we might get, I don't know, Valor and Ruble. But that's it. That's what you get in the 2025 advent calendar. The box itself looks about the same as last year's, except in a red version. It folds out just like last year's, which is a little bit annoying for people like me who make YouTube shorts or TikTok unboxings. To frame them nicely, it's going to be a bit awkward. It's not a huge problem, and it does make it a little bit more vertically compact. So that is everything that you get in the set. So now that I've told you exactly what's in them, I just want to talk about some of them and give my opinions about what we're actually getting this year, starting with the Zintanica Legends characters. Now, I don't really know why they decided to include these. I guess they're doing Christmas this year with a bit of a hero twist, but I do generally like the idea of these festive coloured Legends characters. The main thing I think is a little bit weird about these is the choices of colours. Some of the colour combos they chose for these Stikbots is just a little bit odd, like Valor having an all-red body and then just blue accessories. I don't feel like it works super well. They don't look that good together to me. Honestly, I don't know if it would have been better if they just didn't even bother to change the accessory colours here, because the gold would have been awesome with the red and white Stikbot. It just would have been so cool. Or if they really wanted it to be different from the original version, maybe white accessories would look pretty cool. Ray's Oni's colours are also a little bit unusual. The Stikbot himself is orange, which is fine. Not the most festive colour. I think it could have been like a lighter green than his normal version. It is what it is. But he's an orange Stikbot, but his accessories are light blue. Orange and light blue. It's not... Is my... I don't know. Is my colour matching taste just really bad? Or are these combinations just some of the weirdest decisions ever? Dominus is about as close to perfect as these recolours get. He looks beautiful in the dark grey. I think Goose is going to love the colour choice they chose here. But why, oh why, did they decide that the best colour for his accessories would be a bright baby blue? I mean, his whole outfit is just the most menacing and dark design of the 4, and yet he's got this pretty, like, icy blue wings and the staff. It doesn't flow. It doesn't match. These accessories should have been either black or red to go with the whole theme of the Stikbot's colour palette. The blue makes no sense. I will say, though, that Ruble's colours do work pretty well. I think the colours are quite vibrant and in your face, but the pink and purple mix is actually okay. One thing I don't like about it, though, and it's more just how the original Legends pack was designed, is the rubber accessories. I don't really know why the 3 other characters got normal plastic accessories and then Ruble's are just rubber. It doesn't really look that bad, but the problem is that the rubber is just a lot heavier than plastic, so she's basically unable to hold her own weapon in front of her like this. The bow is too heavy. I would have liked it if they addressed this issue in the advent calendar release by making her accessories plastic, and I can't really tell if they have, but it's kind of unlikely, if I'm honest, that they did change it. Next, the snowman. I don't really have much to say other than that he does look pretty cool. I do think it would have been nicer if they chose the glowing bunny colour, like that white glow-in-the-dark colour from that one Easter 4-pack. Having the snowman be white would just be more snowy, more Christmassy, in my opinion. But still, a glowing snowman, pretty cool. Then there's Santa. My only complaint, and it's not a big one, is that he's just the same as the one in the Christmas Crew pack, but it is a pretty solid design with not much to really improve on. I do prefer the hats from the 2023 advent calendar to the one that he's wearing in this one, but I think overall it's a very good design. What I don't understand about it, though, is why we get another Stikbot that's identical to Santa, but isn't Santa. Just like the Santa bot, it's a red Stikbot with white suction cups and the printed Santa torso. Why did they give us 2 of these? Why did they give us a duplicate instead of just giving us a different Stikbot? It kind of feels like they just ran out of ideas, so they thought they'd just throw in a dupe and go, yep, there you go. That's the right number of Stikbots that we need. Possibly my favourite part about all the advent calendars was the duo of special Stikbots that don't have any special Christmassy printing or anything, but they're exclusive, somewhat festive, and nice-looking Stikbots. In 2022, we got the red-green mixed Stikbots. In 2023, we got the peach and fake glow-in-the-dark. And last year, we got the two-tone Stikbots, with one side being all red and the other side all green. This year, we got translucent red and green mixed Stikbots, but with glitter. Yes, I love glitter bots, so much that I made my profile picture a glitter blue Stikbot. So seeing the recent trend of Stikbot releasing more glitter variants is really cool to me. There's just one thing. In last year's advent calendar, only half of us received a Santa bot with glitter. The rest of us, including myself, got a non-glittery version. Why? Why did they do this? It never made any sense to me that they made it such a 50-50 thing when surely it would just be easier for them to give everybody the same thing. The reason I'm bringing this up though is, number 1, because I never made my video I wanted to make where I rant about this, and 2, because I really hope they don't do the same thing with these guys. They're still super good looking Stikbots though, and I really do love them. And finally, there's the reindeers. I'm not totally sure why the metal eggplant one is just fully purple, whereas the others have black leg pieces. And to be honest, I don't really know which I would prefer, black legs or for them all just to be fully one colour. It just kind of stuck out as weird to me, that the black legs were consistent with 2 out of 3, but the other one breaks the rule. Anyway, I do love the colour choices here, and I do like the choices of white suction cups to go with the metallic coloured Stikbots. Looking back, I think the actual Metalbot 2-pack should have just been given white suction cups because they've proven now that they just look so much cooler, at least in my opinion anyway. All in all, pretty strong Stikbots this year. Other than some weird colour choices and a completely unnecessary duplicate, it's not a bad selection at all. Now, before I talk about the accessories that we do get in this pack, I think I should probably talk about some of the accessories that we don't, those being the action packs. In previous years, we get 2 ordinary action packs, like the weapon or French with Fred packs, and last year we got 2 of those, plus some bonus pieces and a green hair pack variant. But this year we get none of that, really. I guess technically you'd count the Zintanica Legends accessories as to be an action pack, although personally I would view them more as just extensions of the characters. The only thing we do get on top of the Legends accessories are 5 hats from the Christmas Crew pack. So in the accessories area, I just feel like it's a bit of a downgrade from the previous advent calendars, and I don't feel like there's enough going on outside of that to take their place. Still, we do at least have some accessories in the form of the Christmas Crew pack things in gold, so it is still exclusive, and they do look pretty nice, especially the hat pieces. And although they chose some pretty weird colours for some of these accessories, they do also look pretty good, and we already know what they're like. They're pretty good accessories. There are a few collectibles included too, first of which are these stickers. I don't know why, but they look like they're meant for Stikbot Juniors because of the weird angle. I don't know whether they're for normal Stikbots or Juniors. I will say that if they are meant for Juniors, it doesn't make much sense because there aren't any. But they look pretty okay. My only sort of criticism, I suppose, would be that there aren't maybe more stickers that aren't like costume stickers, but little extra things like what they used to include in the movie sets back in the day. I suppose an example would be like a Santa bot head that had a Merry Christmas text bubble coming out or something like that. It's a small thing, but something I think might have made it a little bit better, in my opinion. Then there's the Stikbot head thingies. I don't really know where the idea came from, but they kind of remind me of the Stikbot head keyrings that they made back in the day. If you didn't know, in the earlier days of Stikbot, they would give you a super cool goodie bag if you won one of their contests, and they'd always give you a ridiculous amount of these keyrings that were basically just a Stikbot head with the string doubled up like this. They were super cool, and I would say I'm most likely not the only one who really wishes that they had one. I'm also working on a video where I talk a little bit about them right now, so I guess they're just on my mind at the moment. But I feel like it would be so cool if these were keyrings that were done in this style, since the head idea is already there. I just don't really know what I would do with a Stikbot head that has a suction cup sticking out of it. It's still unique and an interesting idea. I suppose I shouldn't pass too much judgment on it until I actually have one. But anyway, there's 3 of these, each with festive hat accessories. Then the stamp. I'm not a huge fan of the stamp, especially because they already did one of these in the 2023 calendar. And also I just feel like they're not that useful. Although a lot of people in the 2023 unboxing videos did point out that they may be able to repair a face-faded Stikbot with these. So maybe they're actually more useful than I give them credit for. And last but by no means least, the coins. I love the coins. Ever since the 2022 calendar, they've been like my favourite thing. There's just something about these collectible coins that I love so much, so I can't wait to get my hands on these. And I do hope that they continue what they did last year, depicting some of the Zintanica Legends characters on it. It'd be so cool to see, like, eventually all of the Zintanica Legends characters with their own special coins, you know, to be collected throughout multiple advent calendars. It would be the coolest collection to have. Altogether, not a bad advent calendar at all, in my opinion. I must say I'm not quite as excited for this one as I was for the previous ones. A little bit because some of the Stikbots are kind of weird, but also because it feels like there's just not as much going on here. So before I finish ranting, I do want to do a real quick quantity comparison to see whether what we get here is actually as much in comparison to recent years. First up, the Stikbot content. There's been a little bit of an improvement in the last couple of years in terms of the number of Stikbots that you get in the sets. The first one in 2022 contained a whopping 15 Stikbots, although only 5 of them were exclusives. Then in 2023 we got 10, although 8 of them were exclusive, so in terms of exclusive content we did get more. In 2024 we got 10 Stikbots again, but all of them were exclusive, so again, more exclusive than last time. And now 2025's advent calendar gives us 12 total Stikbots, the most we've had since 2022, and 10 of them are exclusives, at least in colour, but many of them are derived from previously released Stikbots. In terms of collectibles, 2022 saw the lowest number with only 2 keyrings, 2 badges and a coin, although all 5 of these were actually really good in my opinion. In 2023 we got 10 collectibles, and although a lot of them were weaker items like the stickers and stationary items, the 2 keyrings and 2 pin badges were pretty cool. In 2024 we got 6, 2 coins, 2 keyrings and 2 temporary tattoos, and aside from the tattoos, they were all really good and quite well received. Then this year we get 10 collectibles, which is about the same as 2023, 2 coins, 3 bot heads, a stamp and 4 sticker sheets. In both the first and second advent calendars, we saw 2 action packs, and in 2024 we saw even more. We got 2 action packs as well as a couple of bonus accessories and exclusive green variants of the hair pack series too. But this year we only get the Zintanica accessories and the hats from the Christmas crew pack. So what this year's advent calendar is doing better with is the Stikbots. We have more Stikbots here than in 2023 and 2024, and all of them are exclusives, which is great. Depending on whether you count each sticker pack as a separate collectible, we get 10, which is about the same as 2023 and a little more than 2024. So we're doing pretty okay so far. However, the lack of action packs is kind of glaring when you put all the advent calendars together. If we look at it like last year's, we have 1 action pack, the Zintanica Legends, and a few extra bits with the Christmas crew headpieces and tutu. The 2024 advent calendar had 1 action pack, bonus accessories with the green hairpieces and presents, and another action pack, which was random, but you always would get 2. So I feel like while all the other points are pretty similar or a little bit better than last year's, this one is just a direct downgrade, and I think it would just be so much better if they just gave us a second action pack, even if it was just like another weapons pack or another lifestyle pack. Like, something would be nice. So what's the verdict? Is this set worth buying? Well, I can't really give my opinion until we get some indication of the price, but if it's the same as in previous years, it'll probably be around the £40 mark. Yeah, I feel like it's probably worth it overall. The Stikbots are a bit hit and miss, so if you personally don't think that they're very good looking, then I'd say you should probably skip it because there's not a lot else in the calendar anyway. But if you like reindeer, like Stikpet Party most likely will, or if you're a big Ruble fan like Leopold, or a Glitterbot guy like myself, then by all means grab this set when it comes out. So, what do you think? Are you guys going to be picking this up when it releases? Do feel free to give your opinions in the comments. I do love to hear your thoughts. But this has been Joshi Productions talking for way too long about the 2025 Advent Calendar. Please go visit PurpleBot14's channel and I will see you all later. Take care.